Grammy, every time you speak, make me wanna sing. You make me wanna sing.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Life with Anita. So it is Thursday, the 27th, and I just want to say that I hope everybody is having an amazing time, amazing life. I am sending you peaceful, loving, just kind, energetic vibes, no matter what is going on in life. Today's episode is going to be, first, I want to congratulate all the people who bought tickets to my event that's happening on June 29th, Surviving Narcissistic Abuse. Thank you so much for all the ticket sales. I am more than thankful. I hope to inspire others and help others survive narcissistic abuse, because that is truly a real thing. It is physical, it's mental, emotional, and so many other things. So I look forward to you guys hearing me speak at this event on the 29th. And I just hope to really change lives and help people and just make things better, because sometimes hearing somebody else's story, it can help you get through something that you may be going through or somebody that you know. So I just want to start off and make sure that I thanked all of the people who bought tickets to my event this weekend. I am truly excited to deliver you a very powerful, truthful, honest story, and just to really let you feel what I've had to feel for so many years, and even up to recently, unfortunately. And I just want to help others survive what I am currently healing from and surviving. So that event is happening June 29th. Make sure, if you have not already got your tickets, they are still available on Eventbrite. You can go to my other episode that I have on my podcast, and you can see where to get tickets at, how to purchase them. And so I hope to see many more people there. But thank you once again to everybody who supported me, who has been sharing it, who has been telling everybody about it. This is going to be a truly amazing event that I have decided to do, because I feel like it's very necessary as a victim of domestic violence and narcissistic abuse. It's very important that I speak my truth and that I tell others my story, that I share my testimony, and that I allow others to hear what I have endured and how I have been trying to survive it and how I have been trying to heal from it. That's so important, because healing from something, it takes time. And no one can ever tell you how long that it's going to take you to heal. But healing truly takes time when you have been through something so traumatic, especially if it's been years that it's been going on. But also, it is also wedding season. And so I also want to say congratulations to all my new wedding clients. I am excited to do your weddings. I'm excited to be a part of your big days. To all the people that entrust me with their visions, that entrust me to be a part of what they have going on, because getting married is such a special thing. And I'm one of those people where I love weddings. I truly believe in marriage. And although I'm divorced, and I'm waiting for God to send me the man that is going to respect me, love me, cherish me, and be faithful and not be abusive. Although I am patiently waiting for God to send me that man, I still celebrate others who have found their soulmates, who have found the love of their life. I truly root for others who have been, looking and searching, and they finally find the one that they say, hey, I want to settle down with this person for the rest of my life. So to all my wedding clients, welcome. I have been doing this for years, and I'm excited to continue to make people's wedding days truly amazing for them, and just make sure they have memories that last a lifetime. So this episode of my podcast, y'all, I am trying to get everything out the way because I have a very busy weekend planned, a lot to do. But also an update on just me in general. So I have just kind of been taking it one day at a time. I've been throwing myself into work and, talking a lot more to people who can be helpful to my healing. Because a lot of people, when they go through stuff, they just talk to anybody. When you're going through something, you have to be careful who you talk to and who you tell what's going on, because everybody is not going to be helpful to your healing, to be a part of your village that you need to heal. So with me, what I've been doing recently is I have been very cautious of who I'm talking to about what I just recently experienced. Simply because I don't need people who are just a listening ear to gossip about what has happened to me. I need people who are going to really, truly be there and be supportive and just understand the trauma I have suffered again. I have my good days, I have my bad days. That's what anybody who's been abused and who has been through something traumatic. But I always try to make the best of everything. I try to make sure that I still am being the good, kind, loving person that I have always been. I have been fortunate to not allow what I've been through to change me from the amazing woman that I am. I am proud of the woman that I am. I am very happy. A lot of people are like, well, Anita, you're too kind, or you're too this, and maybe that's what's attracting, a bad person to you. But what I'll say is that I will never change my heart. I will always be a good person. I'll always be a loving person, a genuine person. I'll always tell the truth. I'll always be my authentic self. A lot of people struggle to be their authentic self. A lot of people will try to change and, conform to the ways that other people want them to be. And me, I just love the fact that no matter who I'm around, I don't have to change who I am. I don't have to dumb myself down. And I can just be the greatest version of myself. I don't believe in wanting to be like anybody else or act like them or sound like them or do whatever they did. I believe in the most important thing that you can have and learn in life is to be yourself. Another important thing that you need to learn in life, and that I stress it so much to people, you have to learn how to be happy with yourself. You have to learn how to be happy by yourself. You have to learn how to love yourself so that you are not out seeking all this love and attention from other people. So when people are like, well, here's a good example of what I mean by that. So when me and my ex-husband, when we were still married, we would separate, right? And he would go and run off and be with somebody, and I would be by myself. And people were like, oh my God, like, how can you just be okay with being by yourself? And he's out doing this and he's out doing that. See, us separating, I can't do that. Would have been me following somebody and doing what they did. So the way that somebody else operates, I don't have to operate in that manner. And I think that maturity teaches you that, life teaches you that, and just truly having wisdom teaches you that. And when I look back at all the things that I have been through, the things that I have survived, and I realize the voice I am for so many people, especially Black women, I just want to say that because I realize that a lot of us women of color, we are heavily targeted. There's this thing that the stigma that has been said a lot, that we are not worthy of being respected. We are not worthy of not being abused. Our voices tend to get shut out when we are trying to tell our truth of what we have been through. People discredit us when we are telling the truth. And I just hope that times will change, as I've stated this before so many times, where us women of color will not have to endure so much, especially in a relationship, just to deal with a man. And what I will say to my men is that if you are not, as a man, if you are not mentally together, if you are not together and you are not capable of being what a man should be as far as a leader, a provider, a man who leads his family and his spouse, his woman, into something better instead of taking them down a dark, damaged train wreck road. If you as a man are not able to lead properly, then you should not be engaging and putting a woman in a position where she has to be in a relationship with you and she cannot trust you to lead. Okay? I speak so strongly and so confidently about this, and I'm saying this so strongly because when I was married to my ex-husband, I watched him lead us into what I consider train wreckville. I watched him as a man, even when I would basically redirect him and say, hey, you're the man. Why are you doing this? Like, you're the man. You're not leading properly. He would always tell me I was an out of control woman. And it would be baffling because when I would discuss this with other people, they would say, wait a minute. If he's leading you wrong and you're calling him out, but he's getting mad, and then the first thing he does is he runs to women who allow him to do whatever, and they don't make him have standards and they don't make him do anything like you, that has nothing to do with you. So I always tell people, know your worth. And as women, it is so important that we truly, especially as I'm saying this, us women of color, we endure so much being in relationships. A lot of men who are not healed, a lot of men who don't have their shit together, excuse my language, they feel like us black women especially will endure everything and just take it. I truly hope there becomes a time where us black women are respected more, where we are treated better, where our voices are heard and we are believed when we are telling people that we are going through abuse, when we are telling people that we are being mistreated, when we are telling people that we are not being given the same treatment that somebody else is given, and that there's no equality. I'm really hoping that over time things get better because in my situation, my ex-husband, he abused me for these last almost 5 years. And nothing was done at all. And I would tell the truth. I would never lie on him. I would tell everything about what he was doing to me, how abusive he was, physically, emotionally, mentally, just the traumatic things that my ex-husband was doing to me. And nobody would listen. And do you know how that feels for me to be a black woman who is being abused in real life, in real time? And I'm suffering mentally because of it. And I'm suffering in so many ways. Physically, I'm being hurt. And nobody's listening to me, right? And you have somebody who you are married to. And then even after I divorced him in February of this year, he still came back and physically abused me and put me through a lot. So I really hope that everything changes where us black women are not targeted, where we are not looked at as the first person that a man who does not have his own stuff together, who's not mentally stable, who's not okay, who's not ready for a relationship. I hope that us black women, we stop being the first thing that he runs to basically say, I know she'll take it, but I can't do it to other women. And I would look at my ex-husband, and even recently when I was around him a few weeks ago, I asked him, I said, why do you abuse me so much, but you don't do it to the other women that you date who are of other races? And he just looked at me and he had this stupid look on his face. Because what I've noticed is that my ex-husband, he has this issue with basically, I'm a black woman. And there's things that he has disclosed to me that happened in his life way prior to me with a black woman and black women in general. That has nothing to do with me. So he then waited until we got married to say he wasn't attracted to black women, but he has children with a black woman, and then he has been with me off and on, and then we were married for years, right? And so you have to wonder what a person's mental state is. But mind you now, he'll say that, and then I'll say, well, why are we together? And then he'll tell me, well, we're together because even though I'm not attracted to black women, I am attracted to you. And I'm like, well, how are you attracted to me when you abuse me, you traumatize me, and you terrorize me, and then you run off to these white women and these Mexican women, and then you're treating them like royalty, and you're trying to change and be a phony person and act like somebody that you're not for them to accept you. But when you get around me, it's just like I have to put up with whatever you have going on. I have to deal with whatever you do, and there's nothing I can say and do about it. So it's just men who are like my ex-husband or similar. Stop targeting us black women because you feel like we are just going to take it and that we won't be believed when you're abusing us, so that it makes it okay. Because I guarantee you, and this is not to say anything against white women, nothing against Mexican women, nothing against women of any other race, but if my ex-husband would have been beating on a white woman, as him being a black man, if he would have been beating on a white woman for years, he would have never got away with it that long. If he would have been beating on a Mexican woman for that long, he would have never got away with it that long. But because I'm a black woman, there was this notion that black women like being abused. And let me just say this. I don't like being abused. I like being loved. I like being respected. I like being cared for. I like being treated properly. I like being respected. I like a person being faithful to me. I like a person being honest, telling the truth, not just doing whatever they want to do because they feel like we're together, so that means they can do whatever they want to do, and my opinion and my feelings don't matter. So that's just a gist of what I wanted to share with you guys today. But I will say thank you guys for tuning in to Life with Anita. I'll be back at the end of the weekend to give you a recap on how everything went. And I hope that my story over time will inspire others. It'll help others get through things. And it will just truly be a honest, transparent, inspiring moment that I'm having with the world. Because I truly have a story of triumph, a story of just traumatic abuse that I have suffered these last few years with the person who I divorced this in February of this year. So thank you guys for tuning in to Life with Anita. You guys have a great, amazing day, and I will check back in with you guys at the end of the weekend.
Passionate like Jackson, 5 heartbeats, temptation. Girl, don't keep me waiting. I love you, that's Cupid. That's Soul Child with the music. You my boo, that's Alicia. I told you I need you, that's Jazz. And baby girl, you bad. So won't you come and talk to me?